Hello friends of the Northern Entertainment and welcome to the first interview from Next in 21. I am sitting here with Martin. You guys might know him from the first title that they released, which was On the Road.
Yep, right.
And On the Road not only on the PC but also was released on consoles.
Yep.
I think it was one of the first real truck simulators. Or pure truck simulators, if you will.
Yeah, let's say pure truck simulators.
Consoles. There is news about On the Road. There's news about your new title. That's coming.
That's right. Let's talk a little bit about OTR and then we switch over to
exactly.
Our new
title. Like I told you initially, because the news was something that I have absolutely nothing to do really. I have you lead on this one about the news on OTR.
Yeah. Mainly, the main message is we will continue developing On the Road, even though we have now another new project, but for some sort of saplings. And to prove that we are still improving OTR, we are next to releasing a new patch, bringing in container trucks and trailers, bringing in steering cams and radio and stuff. And the next-gen console versions for PlayStation 5 and Series S and X. Those are the upcoming new stuff for On the Road. So we're still on it. We are still improving. But we also started a new project, and this is our main stuff today, I'd say.
Yeah, our main topic today, for sure.
That's the main topic.
And the working title, or is it a final title?
I think
because I heard two titles so far. So I'm not sure.
This is a bit interesting. I think it's always the final title, as long nobody changes it. But we changed titles a bit during last few months. Now Heavy Cargo is most likely the final title of the game. Compared with the On the Road tagline, the truck simulator. So we are combining them by name, but also saying it's a different game.
Yeah.
So,
but based on the same platform, right? Or on the base.
Yeah. The technical back end of both games is the same. So we can improve both games with a comparatively small team. We doubled our team size to actually be able to cope with both projects parallel.
Yeah.
And we think it's a very nice way to add new stuff to both games, because both games are participating from the improvement of each other.
Now with On the Road, I know we had licenses for what was it?
MAN and Scania.
Yeah. Do you have the same licenses for Heavy?
Yeah, we have same licenses, and for MAN we have also the TGE sprinter-sized MAN. We use it as the security vehicle, following up and saying oversized load in front, and
so pilot vehicles.
Sorry.
Pilot vehicles.
Yeah.
That's what they.
Oh yeah, pilot vehicles. Right. And MAN is definitely a part of the game. Scania is at the moment, so most likely yes.
Yeah.
And we are also working on other trucks of other brands, but we don't know how the licensing situation will be, and we also can't say if they are part of the game from release on, or if they're coming as free DLCs later on, and they will also be part of On the Road at the end.
So is it? You said. Pilot vehicles. Now, this is of course the big question: is there going to be multiplayer?
Everybody's asking, and I'm sorry, no. It's still a single player game.
But will you be able to drive the pilot vehicle?
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, it's on our internal version. It's already working, and we're currently working at a new sound system, because the old one we had was totally wrapped around. Doing truck sounds and truck engines, and now obviously there are a lot of differences in the sound system. When you've been driving a smaller vehicle, you know air brakes, the whole parking brake, lock brake, this is all different, and that's another reason. And we have we had a lot of problems in the past with our outsourcing partners. I must say that, sorry, but it's the truth. Several stuff is missing there. You can see it in the footage as well. There are no beacon lights. There are no heavy front bumpers. They are different at least for their end. They are different. And they have this registered coupling in the front. I think it's called Registerkupplung in Germany. So some of these very specific parts are missing still in the current footage, but they are added really soon, and we will release more footage, more screenshots. So now it's officially the game is coming, so now we can start. Also, a lot of vehicles are not done yet. You will see in the footage we added some screenshots directly from the 3D programs, so you can see, this is the bunch of vehicles we are currently working on, because most of these are actually modular systems. So there's only two options: you have all of them, or you have none. And currently, unfortunately, we have none. So it's part of the situation, I say.
So looking at the footage there too, in how far do you simulate the loading process? Let's say, is there anything planned, or is it just the pure driving? Because when in heavy cargo, I always think of the whole part where you load as well, which is quite interesting. This
is one, or I'd say even two of the most significant changes between OTR and heavy cargo. Since OTR is just distance transport, normal stuff, I said, okay, this time we will load tractors, we will load excavators and stuff. So the coolest thing would be to actually load them by yourself. So we have a very good working tractor. Currently, you can drive it on the trailer. The only thing that's actually missing at the end is securing the load. And for small to mid-sized stuff like concrete elements, heavy boxes and stuff like that, we added cranes. And they were currently working only on a test bed, but they were working very well. And the next step is to integrating them and adding them to the actual key mapping and stuff. So I currently do a lot of testing, and after that, of course, it just needs to work with the rest of the game. So attaching them, that's the next step. Working with cranes is already very much fun, I'd say. I tested it already. So this is, those two things are major differences. And there's also a difference in the meta game. In OTR, it was like, I found a company, and I have absolutely no clue what I have to do now, because this was one of the major breaking points or problematic points at the beginning was, sorry, I'm new to the game. I have no clue what to do here.
Not really a tutorial system.
Yeah, the tutorial system was it was written by guys who knew the game. So
I guess you're a little bit biased then.
Yeah, absolutely biased at this point. So we tried to do this a different way this time, and we partnered up with Universal Transport. They are a big company from Paderborn here. They are specialized mainly. They do other stuff as well, but they are mainly on oversized load specialized. So they delivered us a lot of information, a lot of stories, sometimes funny, sometimes not. They packed in some technical details we could work with. So we decided, okay, for getting this, you need to keep this thing running. You need such a load of different vehicles. It would be totally unrealistic if you start your own company and buy them after each contract. But this is actually what you want to do as a player. You don't want to play hundreds of hours to see every trailer. So we said, okay, no, this time you are an employee and you work your way up in the company as a driver. So you do some missions, and your boss says, okay, well done. Now you're allowed to drive the bigger ones. So this is the player progress.
So there's going to be a progression system this time.
Yeah, it's just. I'd say it's level based, like in other games as well. And we have also some sort of progression system in the world itself, because the world is not the on the road world, because the on the road world was Germany 1/10 in scale, and we had many people complaining, the roads are so narrow. And then, yeah, okay, and now you start putting oversized load in.
Yeah.
So this probably won't make much fun. And the next problem is, sure, from time to time, for example, on the highways, they are pretty fast, but there are situations where they, I don't know, need 3 hours to actually move 1 kilometer.
Yeah.
So this won't be much fun. So we said, okay, we need bigger roads anyway, so we can set up New World. It's more condensed, more compressed from its size, and you start on the coastal area. It's very even and flat. Then you proceed to the Midlands and then the Highlands, etc. So the roads are getting more difficult and difficult during your own progression. And we hope that this actually works, so people get getting glimpse of how the vehicles behave, and then
works.
and then after some time they say, "Oh, yeah, there's a mountain. I need to go up there," and there are probably a lot of turns and hairpins and whatnot. So this making stuff more difficult during the progression.
Now, I'm going to ask the question that nobody likes to hear, but what what's the planned release date this year?
No. Planned release date for PC version is first quarter of next year, and after that we will add consoles, but we can't 100% say at the moment that we also will also support last generation consoles, because like PS4 and the other Xbox, because the problem is we are currently improving graphics, so the game will look different from OTR. This also means sizing up textures, creating complete new set of textures. This will be a bit problematic, for example, for OTR, to bring it back, because we are supporting these consoles now. But it is possible. But the next problem is OTR. We have, let's say, 5 axles, 6 axles. Now we are talking about 40 axles in worst case scenario, and this is, the CPU must process all that stuff, and this is going to be an interesting test, if it will melt down the old consoles or if it will not. So, but the point is, or the general idea is to add consoles later on, finishing PC version, then adding consoles on top, and we could say, yeah, PS5, Xbox Series S and X will work, or with some optimizations possibly, but we need to find out what's about the older ones. And next situation, or next part of this evaluation process is how many of them are sold to these days, because we have there's a lack of microchips on the world market. So
very true.
And we have they are still talking about drops. They are not talking about constant sales, and this let's see how the situation will be next year.
Yeah, we have a lot of unknowns at this point. I think this is pretty much all the information, the initial information. If there's more, I will definitely keep you guys updated. Martin, thank you very much.
Thank you
for that in-depth first look on your new game. I wish you the best of luck with it. I'm really looking forward to it. As you guys know, I have with this stuff to do in real life in Canada. So, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for your time and your interest.